You can stare at the gingerbread man. You can stare at the gingerbread man. Anybody gonna talk? Hey, Lisa. Long time no see. Hey, Lisa. Long time no see. How are you? Good to see you again. Yeah, no, I haven't been feeling well, so I haven't been on live. I'm doing good. I'm not doing too bad. I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, I'm better. I'm getting there. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm better. I'm getting there. Not too bad. I'm getting there. Not too bad. How's your night going? Hey, Roy. Good to see you. How you doing? Awesome. Yeah, apparently we're having a warm spell. Yeah, apparently we're having a warm spell. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently we're having a warm spell. Rain dance. I could do a rain dance. I used to do rain dances all the time on thankful days we had rain. I I could do a rain dance. I used to do rain dances all the time on thankful days we had rain. I could do that. I'm just that good. I'm just that good. why not? I mean, come on. Okay, no problem. Oh, let me check my internet. Ah, there we go. Okay, now I got a good connection. For some reason, nope. Okay, for some reason my connection is wonky tonight. Okay, for some reason my connection is wonky tonight. I have an unstable connection. I don't know why my internet seems to be so terrible. I don't know why my internet seems to be so terrible. Be so terrible at night. I hate T-Mobile, but I'm not paying for it, so I can't really complain. Hey, Janie, welcome back, hon. How you doing? You having a good night? Thank you for the corn. Kayla! Thank you. Well, a bunch of people came in a little while ago and all they're doing is staring at me. So it's like, well, if you want to stare at me, I'll give you something to stare at. Hello. How are you? Can I turn my filter off? Yeah, why? See, just like that. Bing, bang, boom. There I am. Hi. I'm here. I'm styling. So what's going on, people? Yeah, there's a little stiffness still off and on. But yeah, I mean, I can probably do that now. What's your question? I'm good, Kayla. How are you? How did you get permanently banned? Dude, you get more food stamps than I do. Ah, Roy, I'm very sorry about that. Ah, Roy, I'm very sorry about that. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, for goodness sakes. I'll do you this favor, okay, dude? Hold on. There. Now you don't have to worry about getting DoorDash from me. What was your last account? I don't remember. Were you Roy before too? Hold on. I gotta. There you go. As long as you don't unblock people, we'll be fine. Welcome back, Lisa. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate you. Mwah. It's 7 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are at? I don't have any kids. Oh, you want to know what's creepy? I keep hearing noises at the door, like someone's putting a piece of paper in the door, but nothing's there. I went in the restroom, I came out, and I could have swore there was someone standing by the door. It's like, no, there's no one there. It's freaky. And I came out and I came out and I felt like I wasn't alone. Could be. There's a lot of ghosts in this building. The guy that used to live here before us, apparently he passed away right before we moved in. So, and my mama, it might be her as well. Mama doesn't really talk to me anymore. I hear her sometimes in my head, but I really don't sense her around. Oh, I talk to her all the time. I talk to her about breakfast, lunch, dinner. I talk to her about dreams I've had. When I go out to get the mail or take a walk or go to the store, I say, "Hey, Mama, you coming with me?" Yeah, I talk to her all the time. I just wish she could answer. I still can't believe my mom's been gone 4 months. Well, I would love for my mom to come visit. I would love for her to come and say hi. Whenever I go to eat and I'm praying, I picture her sitting in her normal seat, praying with me. And I'm always talking to her. I just, I, I never knew you could miss someone so much, you know? It's weird, when my father passed away in 1996, 4 months after he passed away, he came to me in a dream and told me he was doing okay, that he was fine. She hasn't done that yet. I have a question. I keep thinking about the last day, the last 2 days she was in the hospital before she passed. And it hurts so much because seeing her lay there and I couldn't do anything about it. I feel sad and I feel bad because there was nothing I could do. And knowing that she was crying and I didn't realize it until a while later. I hate knowing that she was crying and I wasn't aware until I went over and I went to brush her cheek with my finger and there was wetness. And there was wetness right here and I could tell she had been crying. And it's like, oh, Mama, don't cry. Please don't cry. And I just, because at one point she kept heaving. And I kept asking them, can you put some oxygen on her? But for some reason they wouldn't. And all they kept doing was saying, we'll give her morphine. But for some reason her body wasn't accepting the morphine. And so he kept pumping her up with morphine. And at one point I sat there rubbing her hand. And at one point she took her hand away from me and put it on her stomach. And that kind of hurt. So I'm trying not to think about her last days in the hospital because it hurts so much knowing that I was there and I couldn't do anything. It basically traumatized me. They get so loud. I hate living right next to the fire department. I don't feel like that, Kayla. Part of me feels like she's mad at me. Part of me feels like she's mad at me for not doing more. I'm not sure what more I could have done. But for some reason, there's this dull ache. And I get this strange feeling that she's mad at me. I just keep asking her to forgive me. for not doing more, for not thinking of the things I could have done. Of course, I wish I would have gotten her to the doctor faster in the beginning. But when I asked the cardiologist, how could she have normal platelets 1 month and then 4 months later they're low? And he said he didn't know. And it's like, and then 4 months later they're low. And he said he didn't know. And it's like, whoa. And it's like, what? Hurt was right after my, the same day I was at home. The hospital called me and asked me if I was willing to donate her eyes and donate the skin on her breasts for skin grafts. And I'm like, well, first of all, she had very bad eyesight, so her eyes won't be a help to anybody because she had to wear glasses. And second of all, no, you're not gonna do that to my mother. And they were offended. Second of all, no, you're not gonna do that to my mother. And they were offended. And I'm like, no, you're gonna leave my mom whole. And they were offended. I'm thinking, well, she doesn't have a donor dot on her ID. She never did. So leave her alone. I know. I know. I just, now that I think back on it, it's like, I mean, they told they told her because her platelets were low that, and because she had a brain bleed, that her brain had already shifted because of the pressure. So it was a waiting game to see if it would heal itself or get worse. And I told her that if she asked us if she wanted to be resuscitated, but she'd be on machines for probably the rest of her life. And my mom actually said no machines. And so when I came into her room uh, the one morning and I saw a red band on her arm saying "Do not resuscitate," it hurt. It's actually the cornea that is taken. Which is, no, they said they wanted to remove the eyes, which I thought was disgusting. I mean, ugh, ugh, blech. I mean, one eye had already hemorrhaged because a couple of weeks before she had accidentally scratched her eye with her fingernail and it went across the vein or one of her bloodshot veins, and because of her platelets, she bled, and her whole eye was filled basically with blood, and that wasn't even completely healed when she passed away. So it sounds gross. Removing the eyes sounds gross. I don't like donators or donating for one reason. When someone is sick and they go to the hospital and they need like an operation or whatever, the hospital is tries to hint to the families, maybe best if you just let it go so that we can use her body or use their bodies. So hospitals, when they know someone's very sick, they rather just let them go than help them out so that they can have the organs. All I know is he asked me if I didn't mind donating her eyes, and I said no. I mean, I know her soul had already left the body, but it's just the idea. Ha! Well, I hate to say it, but at certain hospitals, some doctors don't take that oath seriously. Like when my mom got sick and she went in the hospital the first time back in March, when the hematologist doctors found out what was wrong with her, instead of making sure she had the right medications before they sent her home, because see, your platelets are supposed to be at 200, between 200 and I think it's like 210 to 250,000, and hers is only 8,000. And instead of them, they figured out what was wrong with her, but instead of giving her medication, they said, "Okay, we're taking you off we're taking you off what you're on because it's not gonna work, and we can't treat you anymore. So you're gonna have to go home and call your doctor to find somebody in your network, hematologist, that'll handle your situation." These hematologists cared more about how they were going to get paid than saying, "Okay, fine, we found out what you have, and we need to do treatment." They didn't do that. They sent her home and just told her, "Go to your doctor, get a hematologist as soon as possible," and that was it. And she had like 4 or 5 on her hematology team. And after they did a bone marrow test, it took them uh, almost a week and a half to examine it fully to find out what she had. And right after that, actually, hematologists are specialized in blood. They're the ones that took the biopsy of the bone marrow and did all the testing of the bone marrow. They're the ones who work with blood. So yes, they were more than qualified to do it. Because they kept because they kept treating her like a lab rat, trying to. They gave her They gave her one medication to try to get her platelets up, and they kept bouncing. And then they kept her on that one. The the bottle, the thing said it takes 7 to 14 days for this medication to kick in, which is kind of stupid to me. And then they started on another medication to see if that would help. Then they kept giving her boosters to try to get the medication to work. Then they decided to do the, I think it's called Permecta. And then they wanted to give her an IV of Rituxan, which can be used for chemotherapy. They wanted to give her that treatment. And then the next day they said, okay, stop the treatment, stop the treatment, stop the treatment, take her off of it, take her off of it. Because apparently the Rituxan wakes up viruses in your body, and they didn't want any viruses woken up in her body to fix the platelets. So it was just a very confusing time. And after March, she came out of the hospital the first time. She went in March, and she came home in April. And then every 2 to 3 weeks after that, she was back in the hospital again, getting platelets and a blood transfusion, because apparently they were taking so many blood tests, her red blood cell count went down. So they're giving her platelets and blood. It was interesting. And at one point, she kept saying she wanted to come home, wanted to come home. Wasn't I tired of being at the hospital? And I said, no, I'm with you. I'm not tired. And I said, just think, it's like a vacation. You get to you get to sit in the bed, relax, have your feet up, watch TV. They feed you, and think of it that way. And she goes, well, you can think of it that way. I'm the one getting poked and prodded. And I said, oh, okay, fine. It's a vacation for me. It's worrisome work for you. So we always try to make the best of our hospital stays. I got used to the views. Scripps, Scripps Mercy in San Diego is an interesting hospital. The lobby is only almost a mile long. I did like the hospital though. There are a lot of code reds. A lot of code reds. And the only thing that sucked was at night they didn't really have that much for dinner. They had burgers and French fries, but they had no like mashed potatoes or rice or anything else to go with. Like if you chose like a beef patty or grilled chicken, they had nothing to go with it. One night I had to have. One night I had grilled chicken, which was cold, and I had cottage cheese with raw broccoli because I had nothing else. Another day, I had to have. Um, they had imitation crab meat in the salad part of the little salad part is like not that big, and I had some fake lobster meat, and cottage cheese and some broccoli. That was funny. But I will say one thing. I'm very glad that she's finally able to see her daddy again. Because I know she missed him. And I know he met her up there. So I was very happy about that. And I know she's at peace. And I know she's better now. She's healed. No more problems. So I'm glad about that. No more needing glasses to read. So anyway, enough of that. And I still gotta figure out to deal with her stuff. Because I stuff here. I got rid of most of the stuff that was trash. Um, I wish I would have had the money to have her sewing machine fixed. Because I bought her a sewing machine back in 2008, 2009. And she's very excited about having it because she hadn't had one in a long time. She never really used it. Never really used it because she hadn't had one in a long time. She never really used it. Never really used it. And it broke twice. And she tried to fix it once. It never really got fixed. So it was just sitting in the closet. And I knew I had never had the money to get it fixed. So I threw it away. She had an old clock of my father's. This really gaudy gold crap thing. It was broke. And she kept saying she wanted to take it in to get fixed. And she had the address to the place. All she had to do was find it. I threw that away. I'm sorry. I hate the thing. I hated it. I don't like gold. I couldn't read the clock because it was Roman numerals. So all I gotta do is figure out what to do with her clothes. I gotta sort out the sweaters. And I have to sort out the rest of the stuff to see what I'm gonna do with most of it. And go from there. And I'm trying to figure out places to apply for work at. Because the places I've applied to, they haven't called me. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of the thick sweaters and sew them together. My mom, my mom bought me the first time we moved in here. My mom, Walmart had this kids sewing machine. It says my first sewing machine. It's a little white and purple thing. Mom bought that for me as a joke, but I kept it. So I'm gonna sew this stuff together. Maybe I'm gonna take a couple of them, maybe turn them into pillows. So, so that's about it. Now I just I try to survive. There is one thing I'm going to do if I ever get $100. I'm going to buy a microwave. Our microwave broke. I mean, actually, I was using it one night, and we heard a loud pop, and there was a flash of light in the thing, and then it quit. So I dismantled that and threw it away, and we never had the money to buy a new one. So as soon as I get a job, whatever, I will buy a microwave. Right now I'm using a toaster oven. Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to buy them. They're expensive, hon. You don't have to. And just think. I don't have anybody to buy Christmas presents for. She loved buying Christmas presents. She loved wrapping presents. She had the most ingenious ways of wrapping things. She was so creative. You don't have to send me one, hon. I'm not creative. I don't have the imagination to decorate things or to make things. But she did. She was excellent at it. And she was nice to everybody. Even the people that didn't speak English. The ones in our building, because 90% of them do not speak English at all. And she still tried to talk to them. It's like, Mom, they don't understand what you're saying. They're just smiling, going, uh-huh. And she's like, well, no, probably not. I'm not celebrating the holidays this year. It hurts too much to even think about it. I think I'm just going to stay home and just wait for the day to be over. Just like Thanksgiving. You know? I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful that my father allows me to wake up every morning. Thank you, Father. But I'm not thankful that I lost my mom. So, it's going to be a hard holiday this year. A very hard holiday. But my sister has her girlfriend that she's been with for I think like 20 years. And her girlfriend's daughter. So they'll have their Thanksgiving, I guess, at their home. Besides the things my sister cooks for Thanksgiving, I never heard of this stuff for Thanksgiving. We had a tradition in our family for years. We had turkey, and sometimes they have combine a ham. But most of the time it was turkey and stuffing and sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, and rolls. Every Thanksgiving, that's what we had. Hey Jennifer, good to see you. Every Christmas, We had ham. Sometimes we had turkey. Most of the time it was a big old honking ham. Potato salad, macaroni salad, and green bean casserole and rolls. Every holiday, every Christmas, that was us. That's what we had. Here they go again. How are you doing, Jennifer? But yeah, and on New Year's Day we had pork roast, regular roast, cabbage, black eyed peas, mashed potatoes, and green bean casserole. Ah, well, something's going on. Let's go see. Let's go see, shall we? Oh, oh, hello, motorcycles. Here, I'll flip it around so you can see what's going on. But why start my own tradition when it's just me? It gets busy on the street at night. Of course, it gets busy all the time. I wonder how many people are going to run the stop sign this tonight. Oh, when the sirens don't bother me that much because they don't have the sirens on after 9 o'clock. They're not allowed to. Will he stop? Will he stop? Will he stop? He stopped. Ooh, 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 he almost didn't stop. He really wanted to keep going. Before they put the stop signs in, would have accidents here every couple of months. The last time the lady actually took down the light post. It was hilarious. No, no sirens. They're not allowed in my town. They're not allowed to have sirens after in residential areas after 9:30 unless they're by an intersection. Oh, are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop? Oh, 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 going fast. This is so fun. Oh, oh, oh no, they have their lights flashing. They always have their lights flashing, but when they're in the residential areas, they don't do sirens unless there's traffic. When there's traffic, then it's a headache. But otherwise, no. At night, if there's no traffic, they're very quiet. Very quiet. Hey, you guys want to see a good picture of my mother? I can show you. Hold on. Oh, that's my apartment. Oh, that's my apartment. That's my mama with me. That was at my sister's wedding. That's my mama. Long time ago. That's my grandpa. Grandpa Edward. And that's my grandpa. Grandpa Edward. And that's my grandpa in a white shirt. Grandpa Yeomans. He's the one that called me Butterball. And there's a picture of the Lord hanging prominently in the front room. I also have one hanging by the door. So, and there's my cart that has to go down to the trash can. But yeah, that's my mama. She was beautiful. And that's Barry. That's my baby. My baby. And that's my mom's baby. That's Lee. He was named after my father. Because my sister got my mom a gift certificate for a Build-A-Bear in 2005. So she made him. And then she got me a gift certificate. And so I made him Christmas 2005. He's an old bear, aren't you? So that's about it. That's about it. I have to go do dinner dishes. I forgot I haven't done dinner dishes yet. Durr. Okay, well, I'm going to log off because I need to go do dinner dishes. You all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. And it was nice seeing you. Hey, you! Long time no see, CK. Where have you been? Of course, then again, I haven't been on, so. Just sitting here boring the pants off people. I can't believe I got bit by a spider or a flea downstairs yesterday. In the lobby. That's ridiculous. I'm sitting there in a chair, minding my own business, and I get up to walk off, and I feel an itch, and I feel it by my thigh, by my knee, and I have a bite. I'm thinking, great. And I have a bite. I'm thinking, great. And every time I walk, it is. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, so anyway. I'm here for an hour. So I'm gonna log off because I have to go do dishes and put dinner away. I really wanted to eat more of the salmon. Because it was good, but I didn't. I wanted to though. It was so good. But I contained myself. Hi Cole. Hey Cole. How you doing, Chica? Hello. How are you? Oh, I have a question to ask. I was talking to a law firm today, right? Take my case to see if they would take my case, and she's asking me a bunch of questions about what happened, and then she was asking me questions, uh, like was anybody else there? Did you see anything? Then she said, "How tall are you?" And I said, "I'm 5'2". And then she had the nerve to ask me, "Well, how much do you weigh?" And I was like, "Why are you asking that?" And she goes, "It's just one of the questions they want to know." And I'm like, I've never had attorneys ask me how much I weigh. And she said, "Well, it's just one of the questions." I'm good. I'm good. I haven't been feeling well. That's why I haven't been on. But yeah, I was like, that's a little odd. Of course, then again, the guy's law firm is called Sweet James. Sweet James. Why? I was like, that's a little odd. Of course, then again, the guy's law firm is called Sweet James. Sweet James. Why would a guy name his law firm Sweet James? Sweet James? And ask the person, how much do you weigh? And when I talked to another lady who works there, and she said, well, they want to know how much you weigh because that might be a contributing factor in your trip and fall. And I'm like, no, the contributing factor was the fact that the road was had big old cracks in it. And I didn't see the cracks because I wasn't thinking there was going to be a crack in the road. And I tripped and fell. You can be skinny and trip and fall. And it's like, if they want to know if I'm clumsy or anything, why don't she ask me if I walk with a cane or a walker or crutches or something, you know? Seemed kind of fishy to me. How you doing, Cole? Wait, I have a test to do. Yeah, I've been busy. Yeah, I've been busy. I haven't been feeling well. So, so Okay, like I said, it's 7:50 right now. I need to go do my dinner dishes and get the coffee pot prepared for tomorrow. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you all for hanging with me. I appreciate it. You all take care. And God bless. And just be happy. Take care. Love you all. Thank you for visiting. I'll talk to you later, Cole, okay? I'm just getting tired and I need to do things before I go to bed tonight. I gotta put food up and do the dishes because I don't like having dishes in the sink when I go to bed. It's ugh. So anyway, you all have a good night. Take care. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for listening to me go on and on and on. I appreciate it. So take care and God bless. Oh, if anybody would like to help me out, I do have a Cash App and PayPal. You don't have to. I'm just putting it out there. So take care. Have a good night. Bye bye. I'm just putting it out there. So take care. Have a good night. Bye bye. So take care.